Hi there, I'm Sonia, and in this video I was going to talk about controlling slash forcing the 3D. This was a term that when I was in my law of attraction days, I was not familiar with the 3D and what that is and what that means. And yes, I'm still petting my dog if you've watched other videos. I feel like that's going to be a consistent thing because once he decides he enjoys something, it kind of just continues. Whatever. Anyway, when I was doing law of attraction, that wasn't something I was familiar with. So when I found law of assumption and people are like, don't force the 3D and don't focus on the 3D, and I was so confused. I didn't understand what they were talking about. So they're talking about the 3D, they're talking about what's happening right in front of your face. They're talking about, 3D would be the length, width, and height, your physical reality, your circumstances even. And when it comes to trying to control them and force them, I think the thing that I wish somebody would have told me, number one, was if you are trying to figure out how things are going to work out. I guess that's what I was familiar with from law of attraction. It was don't control the how. You got to let go of the how. And I didn't know how to do that because nobody told me that what's manifesting is your thoughts and your mindset, your consistent mindset. And I had no idea that that's what was going on. So when they're like, well, just stay out of the how, I'm like, okay. I'm like doing all this stuff, but I didn't understand what was happening that would make anything change. So when I found law of assumption and was like, it's your thoughts, I was like, okay. I had heard that years and years before. That's a whole topic for another video, that whole story, my story. If anybody's interested in hearing kind of my story, I would be more than happy to talk about it. So let me know if that's something you're interested in. Or if you have any other things that you'd like me to talk about, go ahead and let me know that as well. But I didn't understand how to not control the how or control the 3D, or I didn't understand. It's like, just don't do it. Just ignore it. And it's like that. I couldn't figure out what the fuck they were talking about. I didn't understand. So how can I do something I don't understand? So like I said, manifestation is your thoughts. It's your mindset. That's what you need to change. That's what you need to focus on. What you need to do to manifest is be up here, be present up here, and be diligent on stopping yourself from thinking things you don't want to be true. Okay? I saw a friend of mine grooms one of my dogs for me, and she had on her mirror as a dog grooming van, literally just drives by my window. She had on her mirror, thoughts aren't facts. And I saw that when she was working on Jax. He's the one who won't let me groom him. Thoughts aren't facts. And I was thinking about it, and I was like, is that true? Like, knowing what I know and all the things, and it hit me. I was like, here's the thing about that though. Your thoughts actually are facts. Your thoughts are the facts of what you experience, of what you are going to experience. They are the facts of your reality. Whether they're true to anybody else doesn't really matter. But what you consistently tell yourself is going to become true. I think it was Florence Scovel Shinn, maybe Neville, but I think it was Florence that told a story about a woman that she knew who was very well off, who had all the things, and she would jokingly tell people, oh, I'm gonna end up in the poorhouse. I'm gonna end up in the poorhouse. Oh, I'm gonna end up in the poorhouse. And she manifested her ass right into the poorhouse. Why? Because she fucking kept saying that. That's how this works with everything. It's not about trying to figure out what to do, controlling the 3D circumstances. This is where I was confused too, because people would be like the 3D and then they're talking about circumstances. And it's like, your circumstances are your 3D. They are what the 3D and circumstances are what you are currently experiencing. It is the present moment. And in the present moment, the only thing that you need to keep in check is this. What you're thinking about. That's what you need to be doing. Now, physical action. I think physical action in the present moment is very different than what most people do. Most people, let's say you have an opportunity and you're deciding whether you're going to, let's say you get like a job offer, or you get 2 job offers and you're deciding which one you'd rather take. Like, you're making a decision about something, right? My old thought process about making a decision was, okay, which one makes more sense? Which one's more logical? Which one seems like it would be better? That kind of thing. To me, now, that's forcing the 3D. That's trying to control the circumstances. That's me trying to force an outcome instead of doing what I would do now and following my intuition and being in the present moment. I call it my intuition, but it's a feeling, the feeling that you have, that gut feeling, that little voice in your head that's like, do this. Even though it doesn't make sense why you'd want to do it, you're like, of these 2 job opportunities, this one logically seems better. Why the fuck is my gut, my heart, my whatever, my intuition, my feeling telling me to take this one? Which decision do you make? How do you make decisions? Because to me, going with I have to figure out which one's going to be better is logic based, and it is against manifesting. You are trying to figure it out. You are controlling the how. That's what it is. In your head, you need to be living from the end, from the state of the wish fulfilled. I have the job, the perfect job for me. My job is perfect. I love my job. I have the perfect job. It's perfect, right? You get 2 different job opportunities. Both of them seem good. One logically makes more sense. One feels better. I personally would go with the one that feels better and trust that it was the right decision. So to me, controlling the 3D, forcing the 3D is from the present moment. Am I trying to figure out how to get what I want, or trying to figure out something? Or am I listening to my inner guidance and following that little whisper, the little breadcrumbs that don't necessarily make sense, but they feel right? It's a feeling, trying to feel your way toward what you want instead of trying to figure out how to get there, all while starting in your head. This all happens in the present moment. It's all happening now. This is what you are experiencing now, right? And it was just something that I heard for years. I've been out of the law of attraction for a while, and I completely forgot don't control the how, don't think about the how. And it's like, well, what the fuck am I supposed to think about if I'm not thinking about the how? Nobody told me that. Think about things being the way you want them to be, and then follow those little whispers, those little nudges, and it's going to get you where you need to go. What do you do day to day? What you're already doing, unless you get a whisper to do something different. Like one day I got a fucking big ass whisper, just quit my job, and I did. And that was about 1.5 years ago, and ever since then I've just kind of been working on trusting myself. Have I done a great job of it? Not the whole time, but like I said, I was talking about in one of my last videos, the persistence. You keep doing it. You keep doing it and you keep practicing it and you get better at it. I hope this video was helpful. If you guys have questions or want me to elaborate more on this, please let me know. I intend that this was helpful in at least some way. Love and light.